What is going on, guys? Welcome to War Room Fantasy. My name is Josh, and today we are recapping the Thursday Night Football game as well as previewing the London game between the Jets and the Falcons, as well as going over all the injury reports for the rest of the teams, and just doing our sit starts for the game in London as well. So we quickly will roll through the Thursday Night Football game. So the Rams defeated the Seahawks 26-17 in what was a pretty solid game. The main story coming out of this is the injury to Russell Wilson. He ruptured a tendon in his middle finger and is likely out 6 to 8 weeks after having surgery. So Geno Smith takes over the starting role there. He played pretty well in this one. He went 10 of 17 for 131, one touchdown and one pick right at the end of the game there. But other than the pick, he looked really solid. Ross was not too bad before he left, 11 of 16 for 152, a touchdown and a pick. Yeah. On the rushing side of things, Alex Collins was okay, 15 for 47 on the ground, as well as 2 catches on 3 targets for 25 yards. This game, I thought was going to be difficult for them anyway. I thought they were going to have to throw the ball a lot to keep up with this Rams offense, and that Rams D line is they've allowed a few 50 fantasy points to running backs, but they're still a solid D line. I mean, any D line with Aaron Donald in it is pretty solid. So, other than that, DJ Dallas had 4 carries for 7 yards, and Travis Homer had 1 for 5. The receiving side of things, DK had 5 catches on 5 targets for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tyler Lockett had 5 catches on 10 targets for 57 yards. DJ Dallas had 2 catches on 2 targets for 32. Disley had 2 of 4 for 29. Like I said, Collins 2 of 3 for 25. And nothing really else of note there. On the Rams side of things, Matt Stafford 25 of 37 for 365, a touchdown and a pick. And on the ground, they had Henderson go 17 carries for 82 yards and a tutty. Michelle also had 11 carries for 37 yards and a touchdown. Their receiving side of things, Robert Woods went off in this game. He had 12 catches on 14 targets for 150 yards. Cooper Kupp had 7 catches on 10 targets for 92 yards. Deshaun Jackson had 1 catch on 3 targets for 68 yards. Henderson also had 1 catch for 70 yards on 1 target. And Jefferson also 1 of 4 for 16. And Higbee 2 of 2 for 14 and a touchdown. So it was a pretty solid game. The Rams sort of the Seahawks got out to an early lead, and the Rams came back early in the second half, and the Seahawks started coming back from that. But the Geno Smith pick at the end of the fourth quarter sealed the deal. So we will quickly go through the practice reports for both Atlanta and the Jets for tomorrow's game. So they have just ruled out Russell Gage and Calvin Ridley. Gage didn't practice all week, and Ridley is out with a personal issue. Kyle Pitts should get pretty hammered with targets, as well as Cordarrelle Patterson. I'd imagine Patterson will line up a fair bit at wide receiver. In this one, and Pitts might as well, with Hayden Hurst probably taking more of tight end duties. Um, yeah. On the Jets side of things, got Elijah Moore is now off the injury report with that concussion. I know he cleared protocols early in the week, and he's got 2 full practices in, so he is good to go. Tyler Croft, the tight end there, is out. He didn't practice all week. And Denzel Mims is also playing, but he is nothing too noteworthy. So if we go through some of my lineups now, we'll see if we have anyone playing from that game. Let's start with this. So Jets or Falcons. We do not have anyone playing. Then no one more. Mitchell in there, but we're gonna leave that for now. This week, I don't believe I have anyone. Framers will probably come out of there for Eli Mitchell. But I will Cordell Patterson playing running back there, which that's fine. Um, no one else I would really off this out. Elijah Moore, I'm not looking at putting in my lineup. I think he will more compete for the 3 in that offense behind Corey Davis, Jameson Crowder. This week we have Mixon there, who probably won't play, but him for now. Um, in Chicago, I'll actually probably we'll put Josh Jacobs in. This one. No Jets, no Falcons. I don't think I have a lot of shares in really any Jets or Falcons players. I got Cordell Patterson in a couple of weeks, but other than that, I think I might have. I do have Jameson Crowder in a couple of weeks as well, but at the moment, other than that, I have Corey Davis in this week, so I will probably play him till moving into my wide receiver slots. Always keep your flex spots open just in case something happens to them. Um, no, No. This one I've got Kyle Pitts, which he's playing tight end anyway. And put Jamison Crowder in, but in this league I get 1.5 times points for running backs, and it's only half PPR for wide receivers. So I probably there. I might actually put in Crowder over Cortland Sutton. Jerry Myers against Houston is a good matchup. There, I really like that. So yeah, I'm gonna play Crowder over Cortland Sutton there. Um, this league, have Corey Davis over Mike Davis. I could play Corey Davis, but just upside on Mike Williams and CeeDee Lamb. I know they didn't have too great of a week last week, but just their upside is so high, and I guess Atlanta though. That's a tough one for me. Mike Williams or Corey Davis. Um, hmm, hmm. We'll leave that one for now and we'll circle back. This one. No one moment. Now this is a tough decision. Najee against Denver. I'm probably still gonna play him. Robinson against Tennessee and Chubb against the Chargers. Or Cordarrelle Patterson. This is a very risky move, but we're going to play Cordarrelle Patterson over Nick Chubb here. I just like the matchup, and he's going to line up at wide receiver, so the receptions are definitely going to be there, and the targets with Russell Gage and Calvin Ridley out should be through the roof. So and you should be able to get 5, 6, 7 carries as well. I just really like his upside this week. I'm going to play him there. Nothing else to that I'm too interested in playing in that league. Yeah, this one, sure. Then same thing there. Nothing on to yeah. Brady, Najee, Norm, Lauren, and Barkley. I don't know. For Crowder, I play. I'm definitely not playing him over DJ Moore, Terry McLaurin. And yeah, I'll probably play Saquon as well over Crowder. Like the way Saquon's been playing lately, so I'm probably just gonna stick with him. Um, so this one I got Denny Jones, Kamara, Najee, Chase, Deontay, Fant. Yeah. Believe I might play. Net against Miami is not a bad matchup, and he's been getting carries lately, but Crowder against Atlanta. I probably just like Crowder's upside a little bit more. I think he has a bit higher of a ceiling against Atlanta. It's a good matchup. That defense is not great. So yeah, we're gonna roll with that in that league. This one here. Don't believe. No, I don't have any from the Jets or the Falcons, so we will leave them now. Now, I might have some decisions to make here, but wait, Chase Edmonds. I don't think he's practiced all week, but see what we've got in terms to place him. I don't think I really have much. No, 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 no. It is a bit of a struggle this league, but somehow I'm something. Um, so we'll go through the injury reports now. Start with Arizona. Yeah, so Chase Edmonds didn't practice Wednesday or Thursday. He was limited today. Um, and his list is questionable. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on him. Obviously, if he's out, James Conner will take over that lead back role. AJ Graham was limited on Wednesday due to a non-injury. That's fine. Max Williams has put up 2 limited practices in a row after not practicing on Wednesday. He is still questionable. Again, just keep an eye on him. Atlanta, Baltimore. Baltimore, they don't have they're fairly clean, in terms of fantasy relevant injuries, so we can move to Buffalo. Dun, dun, dun. Stephon Diggs didn't practice, but non-injury related. That's fine. And yeah, maybe some practices. Again, non-injury related. So they're fairly clean as well. Um, Christian McCaffrey for them is listed as doubtful after being limited practices 3 days in a row. So that means Chuba Hubbard should draw the start again. I'm not too high on Hubbard. He should be seen as more like a low end RB2 this week. I'm moving on to Chicago. Um, yeah, so Damian Williams has put in 3 full practices in a row, so that fibre looks well and truly fine. Andy Dalton put in 3 full practices, but they have announced that Justin Fields is 100% the starter moving forward. Um, yeah. Cincinnati. T. Higgins is off the injury report after putting in a full practice today, so he will be good to go this week. Joe Mixon has not practiced all week, and I believe they said they're making a decision on him tomorrow. But it doesn't look like he will be good to go. So Samaji P. Ryan should draw the start there. Um, yeah, on to Cleveland. Beckham has put in 3 full practices. He'll be good to go. Other than that, pretty clean. David Njoku put in a limited practice today. He's not someone I'm overly looking at fantasy wise. Anyways, yeah, they're fairly clean as well. So we move to Dallas. Dallas, Amari Cooper is questionable with that hamstring injury. He did practice Wednesday and then put into limited practices. Ezekiel Elliott is still listed as questionable with a knee injury. He is put into limited practices as well. Um, if they can't go, um, obviously Tony Pollard will draw the start, and CD Lamb will pretty well be the focal point of that passing game if for some reason if Amari is held out. Um, Trevon Diggs is putting 3 full practices as well for any IDP guys out there. He's been an absolute monster this year. Teddy Bridgewater put in a full practice. He is still listed as questionable, but he looks like he could be good to go. Cortland Sutton put in a limited practice today, so he's just shown up. And he is now listed as questionable with that ankle injury. Melvin Gordon put into limited practices with that lower leg injury. I'm not too sure on the status of Melvin Gordon. I don't believe he's in any massive danger. Um, Yeah, he's expected to play. So even with the questionable tag, Melvin Gordon should still draw the start and should continue to split time fairly evenly with Javonte Williams. Detroit, Hawkinson is putting 2 limited practices, and DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams are both put in 3 limited practices with their injuries. I'm not too sure on the status of those 3 guys. So, injury last week. He will be likely a game time call. So that's definitely one to keep your eye on if you get Hawkinson. DeAndre Swift. Okay, both seem likely to play in Swift and Jamal Williams. That's good, and they should Swift should still see more time there, but they sort of seem to be splitting the workload there. On the Green Bay side of things, Aaron Jones is putting 3 limited practices. I'm also not 100% sure on his status or really what he's. So yeah, he will be fine. Um, Other than that, they are fairly. AJ Dillon, yes, the 4 practices, he'll be fine. Trey Alexander on the defensive side, that's a big out for their defense. Moving on to Houston. As Burkhead is out, not anything fancy relevant. And yeah, Deshaun Watson continues to be out and probably will be all year. So on the Colts side of things, Naeem Hines is questionable with a shoulder injury. He didn't practice Thursday and putting in a limited practice today. Carson Wentz putting 2 full practices. Um, and that is about it for them. Naeem Hines, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on his status still. But he will be one to just keep an eye on. Obviously, if he's out, then Jonathan Taylor's um, usage should see a slight increase, particularly in the passing game. For the Jags, Carlos Hyde will be available this week, so that'll be interesting to see what they do with James Robinson, whether or not Carlos Hyde takes any touches from him again. Other than that, they are pretty clean. Kansas City Chiefs. Tyreek Hill has put in 3 full practices, so he will be good to go. Other than that, they are clean. Moving on to the Chargers. Um, Austin Eckler and Keenan Allen both put in 3 full practices. They will be good to go. Justin Jackson is doubtful, so if he does not play, um, that will definitely free up Larry Roundtree to be the backup there. Um, Also, if you guys have any personal start sit questions or anything like that, trade questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will answer those. Um, for the Raiders, Josh Jacobs put in 2 full practices, so he will be good to go. Hunter Renfro and Darren Waller both practiced well, so they will be good to go. And Peyton Barber is still questionable after being limited in practice today. Miami. Devontae Parker has been limited all week, and he is listed as questionable. Um, we'll have a bit more of a look at that. So he will most likely be a game time decision, which would lock in Jalen Waddle as the Super number 1 target if Parker does miss any time. The Vikings, Dalvin Cook, didn't practice for 2 days and was limited today. So he looks like another game time decision. Which sucks. The Pats offensively, fantasy-wise, are pretty clean to live on the fence. So the Saints are pretty good. The Giants. The Giants, Saquon is putting 2 full practices, so he should be good to go. And Golladay has put in full practices. He will be good to go. Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton have been ruled out. They didn't practice all week again with their hamstring injuries. So that bodes well for Saquon, who should see a pretty similar amount of receiving work that he did last week. Um, so Philly, Chris Watkins should be good to go. Other than that, they're good. They're solid there. Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool has been cleared to play. Cameron Hayward has been cleared to play on the defensive side of things. Roethlisberger's good to go. Juju Smith-Schuster's good to go. So they seem pretty good, and they will be back to 100%. Or close to it anyway. San Fran, George Kittle is doubtful with that calf injury that um, he took into last game. Jimmy Garoppolo has been ruled out with his calf injury, and Eli Mitchell is cleared to make his return. So yeah, with Garoppolo being out, that means Trey Lance will draw his first NFL start, which should be interesting for them. Mhm. Um, Antonio Brown did not practice today, but I believe he's fine. He's good to go. Gronkowski has already been ruled out with that rib injury. Godwin's good to go. And that's about it. Just double check on why AB did not practice today. We have anything there? No. So I'm not sure why he didn't practice, but it seems like he should be fine to go. The Titans, AJ Brown has been cleared to return, um, meaning he should get a fair amount of targets. Julio Jones has already been ruled out. Jeremy McNichols is good to go. And Nick Westbrook is questionable with a hamstring injury as well, but he did practice in full today, so he um, probably looks fine to play. Gibson was limited twice with that shin injury. I believe he has a stress fracture in his shin, um, but he should be able to play through it. I believe he'll be a game time decision this week, though. JD McKissick practicing full, so if Gibson doesn't go, McKissick is a very solid start for them. And yeah, that is about it. Curtis Samuel actually is questionable with a groin injury. So he will be one just to keep an eye on to see how he pulls up from that. Um, I do just want to have a look at this league as well. Forget about this one. For Zeke and Cook in this league, I'll have to keep an eye on them too. Um, for Mosley, so yeah. I will put Crowder in wide receiver. If anyone else I can play in that flex spot. Um, Mm, yeah, which sucks. Um, so other than that, guys, we are gonna leave it there tonight. Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe and check us out on Facebook as well at War and Fantasy. Yeah, thank you.